Something just happened in the crypto market that I believe was a warning signal for crypto holders over the next 1 to possibly 3 days. And so I wanted to make a quick video for you all going over exactly what this was, why it could be a warning signal, what it could mean for crypto going forward, and what I'm doing right now. So we have a good bit to get into today. So let's stop wasting time and let's get straight into it. So earlier today, what we saw was that Bitcoin absolutely took off at one point. If we go down to the hourlies, you can see what happened here. Within just 3 hours, Bitcoin flew from $122.4 thousand all the way up to $125.6 thousand, putting in a new all-time high. Now, as Bitcoin made this move, I started to notice that some warning signals were already going off. We started to see a bit of a drop-off in volume. We started to see our indicators slowing down. And matter of fact, I was awake when this happened because I am currently out in a different time zone. And I did go ahead and post in the Discord this morning at 5:48 a.m. saying $125,000 broken for Bitcoin. I'm locking in another medium-sized take profit of 5% of my total bag, which means I closed down 5% of my total Bitcoin bag because we broke the all-time high. I follow dynamic holding strategy, and it says when you see these new highs broken, if you see warning signals go off, take profit. And so I took profits off the table. Now, after I took profits off the table, and because of me, I'm just joking, obviously, the crypto market started to pull back, and Bitcoin actually just immediately retraced all the way back to where it was, basically erasing the gains that were generated this morning. And if we look at this one-day chart, putting in this huge wick. Now, this huge wick is what I'm going to be talking about a lot today. This huge wick is what I'm going to be focusing in on because this was a warning signal for crypto holders. When you see wicks like this, you have to understand what they mean. You have to understand what just happened in that wick. It's not as simple as, well, crypto went up and came back down. No, something just happened. And I want to dissect to you what it was that just happened, okay? Because it's two core elements. So the first core element of this big wick that just got put in is the fact that we saw people get out. And I'm one of them. Guilty as charged. It is what it is. But I will say I only took profit after I noticed other people starting to drop off in volume. But the second that we saw Bitcoin try to get above this previous all-time high, it immediately started to struggle. It immediately started showing signs of weakness. We immediately started to see a waver in strength. And so because of that, it's a sign that this major resistance zone, this $124,000, $125,000 zone is a major resistance zone. And it's not going to be easy for Bitcoin to just send straight past it and go past it. There will be a challenge. There will be a battle. This will be hard. It's not going to be easy. And so you need to be aware that if you're just opening up huge 100x, 50x, 500x long trades right now, you're taking a massive risk. This wick says, listen, this is a hard zone. This wick says that the bulls tried to push through this resistance zone and they ultimately failed. And that doesn't mean that it's going to keep failing. It doesn't mean that Bitcoin can't continue higher. It just means it's going to be harder than many people realized. Not us. I told you guys 125K is a very hard level to get over. We knew this was going to be hard, but this is the proof that it's going to be hard. This wick, the first core element of this wick says, listen, that was very difficult. The bears are very strong when we get up there. We're going to need some extra firepower if we're going to break through this all-time high. So we need to be very careful right now. So the first core element of this right here just says, listen, be careful. Be careful, be careful. Not a bad idea to take profit if you have profit. Not a bad idea to just kind of deleverage a little bit. And I honestly think it's a bad idea to open up huge leverage long trades right now, sitting directly below what is now confirmed to be a massive zone of resistance. Now, the second thing that happened while we were in here, core element number 2 of 2, is the fact that this was in many ways a manipulated event. This was a liquidity hunt, in my opinion. I think it's incredibly likely that this pump to the upside only started because the lizard people were looking to attack those positions. What we saw earlier today was that there were a ton of liquidations that would occur if Bitcoin pushed over 125K. We're talking billions of dollars worth of liquidations that would happen. And so, of course, naturally, knowing that there's billions of dollars worth of liquidations, you have to understand that those lizard people pushed this thing up into those levels intentionally to liquidate those people and then just stopped. They just let it go. They just stopped pushing the price up. And next thing you know, when it doesn't have that strength from those lizard people, once these liquidations are now, of course, pulled, then the price falls all the way back down, right back to where it was. We're basically right in the same spot that we were. So this was a manipulated event. I do genuinely believe that. I think this pump started because of manipulation, and that means that it's probably going to ramp up a little bit. Listen, there are a lot of people who will get destroyed if the crypto market goes back down. Just on the 7-day, 15 billion to the downside. You look at the 30-day liquidation map, guys, we're talking about over $20 billion worth of liquidations back at 107K. And does that mean that I think Bitcoin's going to go all the way back to 107? No. It just means that since they got that little taste of this liquidation event right here, they got some of that lizard food poured on them right here. Don't be surprised to see more manipulated events where we see boom, 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 bang, 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 right? These crazy moves liquidating people on both sides. So the best thing to do is deleverage in a moment like this and understand that this wick is also a clue, a sign that we're entering into a high manipulation period, and that is likely going to destroy a lot of high leverage traders. So don't deal with it, okay? Now is the time to deleverage, pull back, take some profit, and wait. And let's see how this plays out before we make those next big moves, okay? And so I just wanted to make a quick update for you all saying, listen, this was a warning signal. This wick was a warning signal. And the last time we got a wick like that was right here. The same exact type of wick. And what happened after that was Bitcoin fell all the way back down from $123,000 to $112,000. Not saying it's going to happen here. Bitcoin can continue upwards, but that's just a guess. It might not. I don't know. No one knows. This is one of those periods that no one can guess what's going to happen. Give it a couple days. Let's see where it goes. Then we'll have clarity. Then we'll make a move. Okay. But for now, all I've done is taken some profit off the table for Bitcoin when we were over 125K. And now I'm sitting back waiting and watching. Okay. And so for those of you who would have liked to be able to take profit when Bitcoin's price did get above 125K at one of the best times to take profit as of recently, make sure you check out the link down below to the school. Over in the school, guys, we post every day, all day. I mean, I'm posting, every single day talking about what I'm doing, what I'm buying. So are our other coaches. We have live streams, workshops, Q&A, live sessions. We have everything there. So the link to that is down below. And don't forget, I post every day on Instagram as well. If that does interest you, that's linked down below. But again, at the end of the day, moral of the story, be very careful. Let's let this play out. Let's see how this goes. And then I'll update you guys tomorrow as we get some clarity. I hope you guys are having a great day. And I can't wait to see you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.